It's
I hope the presidential election goes like this. It's all fucked up.
It won't.
To be fair, also
McCain wins.
I told you, deep impact, baby. Just keep watching it.
Really?
Just keep watching it. He saves the earth. Didn't you feel comfortable when that motherfucking media was coming?
Well, if Obama gets elected, I want to be one of those guys that gets hit by that big wave.
Why?
In deep impact. Because I'm going to be the guy that gets trotted on to save the fucking United States from all the evilness that Whitey has done to it for years. I'm going to be the fucking guy. It's going to be on my fucking back now.
You want to save one lousy guy that
all
has
my tax
his lungs
money
shutting down
talking
yesterday.
about cash.
How are you going to save America?
Talking about cash. All my money's going to go to fucking social programs and bullshit that ain't going to do crap but turn it into another New York City like when Rockefeller was running this shithole.
This has nothing to do
with color? Of course it does. Because his top priority is going to be taking care of poor black people.
Well, let me ask you a question. Does the president have that much power to just take care of whoever the fuck he wants to take care of?
Because guilty white people are going to be more apt to take care of it.
He's not going to do shit for black people. He's not even. He won't dare.
Wait till his wife
What do you think he's gonna appoint black people in office as white people are sitting there with their fucking watching closely Obama eyes?
Of course he is.
Oh, there you go, a black policeman. Like, shut the fuck up.
He's gonna appoint black people in his cabinets and everything.
Really? Why can't he?
And then he's gonna say, all right, we need this fucking social program. It's going to take care of low-income housing, which you could say is low-income housing. Well, it's for everybody. Because the second you say you mean buildings that poor black people live in, that's racist.
But don't forget, Bush had
Wait a minute. Wait the fucking minute. Okay. What's the problem, though?
Because I don't want to fucking pay for it. I lived in my fucking car. I lived in my car.
So you want to pay for everything that you
take care of your own
you feel like you're paying for now.
Yep.
You feel is something you want to pay for?
No, of course not. But it's going to be more. You look at my fucking quarterly tax.
With the
I don't
nigga
want
programs. It's just the nigga programs. The poor Negro programs you're talking about. What about other programs?
Thank you.
And he's not going to just do that. He's not going to just help black people. He's not going to do that.
No, you're right. He's not just going to do that.
He's going to help everybody.
He's going to take my tax breaks that were given to me and take those away.
By who?
So it's even
Reagan? 50 years ago?
Reagan and Bush.
Daddy Bush, not this Bush.
No, this Bush gave tax breaks to fucking
to rich folks.
Not rich folks. People that live in New York City that make $100,000 a year. You ask them if they're fucking rich.
They're rich
or if
folks.
They're
$100,000 a year.
$100,000 in New York City is not rich.
Fucking live like instead of living like you got 100,000.
And no one
live like 100 instead of living like 1,000.
No one got this fucking $100,000 a year job by fucking going on welfare or fucking social
programs.
Nobody's
even on welfare anymore. No one's on welfare no more. Welfare doesn't even exist.
WIC cards, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
It's fucking food, you goddamn gruesome motherfucker. You just help some guy no one gives a fuck about not kill himself. Can a nigga get a sandwich?
Good. Work for the motherfucking sandwich. Work for the sandwich. Work for it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Work.
Dude, look.
Get a fucking job for the sandwich.
If some people, look, like the gas situation, okay, Anthony, for real, doesn't affect you. From $80 a gallon to $160. I mean, from $80 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
To $120 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything to you. Doesn't mean anything to Norton, maybe. Doesn't mean anything to me, maybe. Maybe it's like, I can afford that. But there's motherfuckers out there, dude, that are extra $50 a day for extra $50 to fill up your tank. It's not that they're begging or anything else, man.
You think I'm against low gas prices? Where the fuck did this come from?
Not low gas prices, but the fact that the gas prices aren't going to lower because it's a private sector. I mean, the oil doesn't owe us anything. That's the thing about the oil thing. It's like if you're on crack and the motherfucker goes, you know what? Instead of $10, it's going to be $20. Deal with it, motherfucker. Now, that's what the oil companies are doing. Why do we need breaks? Now it's the private sector. They're fucking everybody. But as people, as humans, it's like somebody, just because they need help doesn't mean they're begging for help. It means you need some fucking help from your country. This country will ask you to go to war and ask you to do a lot of things for it. If you say anything wrong about it, you're not a fucking American. All this shit pressure this country places on you, and it can't help a motherfucker get a sandwich.
I got a quarterly tax bill on my counter right now that is due on the 15th. You fucking look at that thing and tell me I'm not doing enough? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty, motherfucker.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty.
I don't know if I should be caring about the fact that you want to buy another Shelby.
I should be allowed to. I've made some of myself. Now, fuck me. Fuck me in my ass. I made some of myself. I achieved what's called the American dream. Fuck me in my ass now.
Not everybody who doesn't achieve the level that you achieve is a beggar or on welfare.
I'm not saying they are. But I'm doing my share. I don't want to do more.
Fucking please add.
I don't want to do more.
Can you please add poor white folks to it too? Because you give the insinuation that this is some old black shit. There's white people are in the same boat, and that's what I don't like. Is that this shit is really not a black and white thing. It's
black people make it black and white thing.
Well, because
they do. It's terrible.
Bring him in.
I don't know why.
Anthony, you are outnumbered today. DL Hughley.
Please. I know DL feels the same way I do. He don't want his tax money going up. Jesus Christ.
He'll agree with me, first of all, because he's black. Second of all,
man, y'all about your own audience. Either this or it's a methadone clinic. What is this, man?
Yeah, Fridays we kind of do the live audience
what's
thing,
happening, man?
Friday's the day to come by and check out the show live.
Oh, man.
What's up, DL?
What did I miss?
We're arguing about
just in a heated dispute about Obama and fucking taxes and social programs and my tax money going up for shit programs that don't work.
But you can't control what the government's going to do with your fucking tax money. So just it'll go where it goes.
I don't want it going up.
Well, how does DL fit? I mean, DL makes a lot of money.
Here it is. Reallocate where my fucking money that I'm paying already goes, and I'm fine with it. But that isn't what's going to happen.
But he's not guaranteeing that shit.
Wait.
My tax shit's going to go up.
What makes you say that? Because
there's got to be all kinds of social programs now that Obama's going to want to put in place.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is an honest question. Where our economy's failing, right?
Yeah.
Tax revenues, are down, and nobody's making any money, right? So obviously, what we're doing hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with trying a new approach?
Because first of all, too much
give
money.
Give a nigga a chance. What the fuck you gonna do?
There's too much money being spent on a fucking war.
Right.
That's the problem.
He's gonna get out
No,
of.
he's not gonna get out of it. He's not.
Well, he's gonna try to.
Here's the
Good
thing.
luck.
I really don't believe. I believe preachers, pimps, and politicians are really all the same motherfucker. They really are. Like anybody who makes their living off your hopes, your dreams, and your fears, really all the same guy. And this is a job application. This is the biggest job application. I don't know one motherfucker that tells the truth on a job application. When is the last time? You don't even tell the truth on your driver's license. What woman out there really weigh 112? Don't But I think that America has a tendency to pick symbols. They go, this is, like, to me, I worry that he's a symbol. Like, people go, look how far we've come. We elected
He is a symbol, though.
We ain't gonna change shit else. It's like Kmart, we changed the shine, but not the shit in it. That's what we,
that's why I just want a black president. That's why all that other horse shit that trying to find the fuck, like in Pennsylvania. See, this thing, white people always got to find a reason to not be racist. Like, you got to find a reason to just go, I ain't voting for this nigga. It's got to be some reason why
Pennsylvania
he can't bowl. But for them, it was like the nigga couldn't bowl. I don't trust a nigga that can't bowl.
In Pennsylvania and West Virginia, it's funny because in West Virginia, let me tell you, first off, a black dude with a cardboard sign asking for change in West Virginia. They're like, is he panhandling? I don't even know what he's doing. But in West Virginia and Ohio and West Virginia, Ohio, the Dakotas, even in Puerto Rico, you got to consider she was winning primaries by large numbers, even when they knew she couldn't win. 19% of Americans say I wouldn't vote for him no matter what. That's the 19% of Americans that come out and say it.
So how many people? How many? Here's the question. How many out of the 300 million white people you figure how many can?
It's not 300 million. White people.
There's 300 million white people in this country.
No.
Yeah.
300 million people.
No, 300 million goddamn white people.
Get the fuck out of
Go
here.
look at the fucking thing. I'm not going to just...
That's the whole population of the
Wait a minute.
country.
No, it's not. You're saying a number, and I'm saying a number, and I'm wrong. Fuck that.
Maybe 200
now,
something. I don't think
let's
it's
just
200.
say how many
Perhaps more
out
than
of...
that, Jim.
Let's
how
look it up.
many of those people do Obama need? How many white people do Obama need to fucking win the presidency? Fuck the racist ones that ain't gonna vote for him or anyway. But the guilty, the white people that have white guilt, and the actual decent white people who go, all right, fuck that.
You're gonna get. I don't know. You're gonna get.
This
He's
is a
gonna
great
get.
conversation. I missed it.
He's gonna get the Democratic vote.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not
no.
necessarily.
No,
What you
a
think?
lot
It's
of
no
people-
racist Democrats
What?
Oh, there are racist Democrats.
that will
but-
say fuck that?
Well,
When
he's
they go
having
in
a
the
hard
curtain?
time connecting with the blue collar rural Democrats who grow.
Yeah.
For some reason, whenever people grow shit, they don't like black people. Like, and farmers and black people, farmers used to love us at one point.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know how we drifted apart.
This is great.
Because we giving away all my tomatoes to WIC programs. We fucking asshole. Goddamn niggas getting my corn for free. It's awful.
But I think people are getting, like, to me, like politicians, I don't even know why you want to be, like, you guys lost the governor just because he hired a hooker. And I didn't even know that was and he wrote a check for a hooker, which I think is, like, that's pretty much a cash and carry business right there.
Yeah. No,
Give me
no
the
right
money, give me
checks,
the
no
ass.
credit cards. Right.
And then you replaced him with a black dude who's black, blind, admitted he had several affairs and did cocaine. So he's basically Ray Charles. Like, because when you blind, you can get away with anything. You mean that wasn't my wife?
That is true. You know,
So-
I think he gets away with a little more.
So I think politicians in
blind.
general, it's to me, America has a problem. Like, Congress's approval rating is down, but you ask everybody, do they love their congressman? And they do. And their senator.
DL,
and they do.
let me. It sounds like you're saying, and it sounds like you're saying Obama, and I agree with this on a level. You might not be saying this, but I'm not really into.
What
it's
does
almost,
it sound like I'm saying?
It sounds like you're saying he ain't shit anyway because
No.
he's a politician,
Right.
But I agree with it on that level. But the next level that I just want there I just want there to be a black president.
Well,
because
watch
you gotta,
what-
you
watch
gotta
what
get
you
it
want.
out the way.
Watch what you
It's
want.
gotta get out the way. Okay, listen.
But I agree with
black
that,
quarterback.
Patrice. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the transcendent. What I don't like is any politician telling me how great things are going to be if he is in charge.
But you know
Well,
it's
that's their whole
it's
selling
not.
point.
But I will vote for
But
him.
Jackie
because-
Robinson wasn't even the best black baseball
So that's
player
my-
when he came. It's just like what happens is once he's the president, then black people, because black people really we're just one constituency. At least white people can be two things. You can be three things. White, you can be Democrat or Republican. Black people on this thing, we got to be black.
You can be
So
black,
that-
a Democrat, or an Uncle Tom.
No.
It's pretty much
we
if you're a
gotta-
Republican.
But basically, we got to be black on this issue so that then we can be cut in half. Because like, there's enough black mayors for a black person to not have to vote for a mayor because he's black.
Right.
You got to vote for the black president because he's black.
'Cause you're black.
Just to get this as something that, just like black quarterbacks, there's enough black quarterbacks where a white person can go, this motherfucker sucks.
Without
being a
sounding like
racist.
racist.
So you can't go Obama sucks, but you can go to mayor of Detroit sucks.
Well, no. Here's what you could do. I think that just for me, I have a pragmatic kind of view. I don't believe that politicians by nature are good people. I think that they.
No, these
and
are
so
exactly. I
and
agree
he
with that.
to me is one of them. And he to me is one of them. I hate when everybody I hate that everybody's acting like he's not Jesus. He is a politician.
Yes.
And so I keep politicians, at bay. I vote for the person that's going to fuck over
come
the
on
least.
now.
I do
you
not
are alive.
believe-
You are alive with possibly fuck all the logistics of politics, man. You may be alive, and if he's a fucked up guy, at least he's a black fucked up
That's
guy.
what-
We
okay, I get
need
the-
to see a black president.
I want to see a black president.
We
My
got
point
to wanna
is,
see
my
that.
point is, what I don't want is for anybody to confuse the fact. Of course, I'll vote for him because I believe he's the best of what we have. But I don't place any politician in high esteem. He's the best of what we have, and I think that is in America. I think the problem in America is that we don't ever hold these people accountable. We kind of go, "I'll vote for you because of this. I'll vote for you because you can make all the promises you want, but you ain't ever got to keep them because of this." The bottom line: this country is in the shape that it's in because people make dumb decisions.
Right.
And they constantly
he
make
may
dumb
make
decisions
some.
for all dumbery. I'm not saying him. I'm talking about as a nation.
And
we all
right.
make because it's basically a dude who's half black run against a dude who's half dead.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
It ain't really a hard choice.
If you thought, right, and this is as a black man, this is one of those questions, and I'm not one of these motherfuckers go, oh, you're this or that because you. I'm just asking if you thought McCain was really a better candidate.
But I couldn't think that.
I'm saying his politics. If you weighed each of their politics, Obama or McCain, if you weighed it out and you go, fuck, McCain stands for more things. I'm being hypothetical.
Right.
McCain stands for more things that I stand for. Would you vote McCain?
If I vote,
I wouldn't, motherfucker.
If I believe in somebody, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm never gonna do? I'm never gonna be somebody else I think that for the sake of expediency. Like I think we do too many things because we get caught up in the stream and go. I would vote for a guy who I believed in, regardless of what. I don't believe in McCain. I don't believe in the Republican Party.
Right.
So that
I'm just being hypothetical in terms of.
But it ain't no hypothetical for me. I'm gonna vote what I want, regardless of what. I don't hold.
But
the
how
party
about
right.
He's being racist.
I do.
You're being completely
yes,
racist,
man.
Okay.
But-
I
and
know it
wrong
sounds
with that.
crazy. I just want their look. I don't think the motherfucker's going to change nothing. I don't think it's going to be the black dawn of anything.
Let me tell you, Whitey's point of view on this whole thing, though, is, and it's just what I said, black president, all bets are going to be off. And this is Whitey's
But
point of view.
that should happen,
Every white guy is going to say now, look, there's a black fucking president.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. No shit. I'm not shitting you. This motherfucker got to the presidency of the United States. So can you. All bets are off.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Right.
That's what Whitey's going to say.
Pick your bootstraps up. Look,
Yes, pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
You're gonna
go to school, whatever the fuck it takes, whatever he did to get into that office, you can fucking do now.
You
transcended racism.
You invent anything. What? To make it comfortable for white folks. This is my thing. I don't want to hear black. This is what I'm saying about black people. We get into this thing where we try to be as diplomatic as you when we're talking in terms of okay, look, this, that, and the third, in terms of, you know, the viewpoint. And I'm saying, dude, I just want there to be a black president just as a symbol, as a symbol of pride. It's not that we've overcome, but it is that a little bit. But you feel like fuck, and this is a black president.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm gonna tell you this. I agree that what you're saying is right, but I agree also that the minute that he gets in office, they are gonna say, "Hey, man, you don't need affirmative action no more. We no reparations. I'd rather cut one check than 33 million." And I think that you can't have it both ways. You gotta you gotta say, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I signed up for. Me personally, I believe that he is better than McCain because I think he is a more worldly person. Like he doesn't have as myopic a view as McCain does.
How about
Armstrong
Williams or say a Clarence Thomas was running against McCain?
Then I vote for McCain. If it was Armstrong Williams and they the same guy. They're the same guy. To me, look, this is what I've always tried to do. I speak my mind. I ain't got no coalition. I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Right.
I believe Obama is clearly better than John McCain. I believe that. So,
and you do too, right?
Right.
A lot of people do. I don't like. No, me. I don't like Obama's stance on a lot. He's too liberal for me. I'm not a liberal guy. I like fucking guns.
And here's what I like guns. Here's what I'm offering to you. This is what I'm saying in terms of this.
I like dope,
this whole
guns,
everything, right, bitches?
I'm offering you.
Then you like, what's the difference? you can shoot a bitch white.
Anthony just doesn't want to look at that face behind the podium at the White House.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
I think that is not.
Here's what I'm offering you, Anthony, on this. I'm offering you the black presidency now so that when you make any statement based not on color, as you claim, quote unquote, signs,
sure,
then I could possibly go with you
without thinking that I'm speaking purely
but right
racist.
Now, right? Somebody said, "What if there was a white? If a white person said I'm only going to vote for him because he's white? Would that be?" If there had only been black presidents, Then if a white person said, boy, I want to see a white president, would I understand?
Yeah.
The fact is, our commander-in-chief has been nothing but old white guys. If Hillary had a went through, I would rather see, just to see a woman president, then you can go, I don't like his politics, and I can go, fair enough. Just like if you go, I don't like Donovan McNabb, if there was only one black quarterback ever, I'll go, you fucking racist. But there's a lot. They broke ground. Now you cannot like a black guy without that. You're not allowed to dislike Barack Obama right now. He's the first black president.
Yeah, because the second you say,
what you're saying is that no matter, honestly, how shitty you thought he was, no matter how. So if it was between Armstrong Williams and John McCain, you still pick Armstrong because he was black?
As painful as that is.
I couldn't do it.
I'd go, it would just be too enormous for me.
You just want an icebreaker. Want an icebreaker.
I'd vote Colin Powell. This is another thing, too. This is what I'm saying. How come Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice aren't black leaders? How come only motherfuckers y'all don't like are our leaders? You understand?
Wait. Because black community, they were Uncle Tom. You looked at them as Uncle Tom.
We don't appoint our fucking leaders. You do.
You
White people do.
Yes, you do. Farrakhan and Sharpton. No, when is the last time Condoleezza Rice or Colin Powell gathered people?
But they're black and they lead.
Because Colin Powell,
because Colin Powell didn't behind them.
Come out and march like a Reverend Al would.
I don't know one black person that thinks Reverend Al is a leader.
Right.
I don't.
Really?
I don't. I personally don't know one person.
Reverend Al does.
But he thinks I think leaders don't appoint this stuff. That just kind of happens. I think that I can respect Condoleezza. I don't agree with her views. I respect what she's done. I respect what Colin Powell has done. Like, you can't have.
Now, would you vote for Colin Powell?
I would vote for Colin Powell because I think that he's a bright, worldly man who actually understands.
Would you vote for Condoleezza Rice?
I couldn't see voting for Condoleezza Rice. I couldn't see. I couldn't see.
This is why
I couldn't see it. I could not see it.
And this is why it has to be a fucking black president, so that you can Patrice, racism will still be there. But at least I can listen to you.
I understand what you're saying.
I just need it. I needed to have
Patrice wants to vote for someone based on the color of their skin and not the content of their character. I love the way you think.
You motherfucker.
Who the fuck said that?
Did you just steal from a black man?
Who just said that? Oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
Don't be doing white tricks with me. You're using...
I'm using Jedi. What the fuck am I, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
That's not what you can do for your country.
It's no question to me that Barack Obama is clearly more of my mindset than McCain. If he were not,
what's his politics?
If he were not, I would not have. If he were not, I wouldn't have a problem not voting for him.
What's his politics that would go? Okay, I'm voting for him because of his politics.
Here's why I'm voting for him, because I think that he at least has a more worldly view. He's not as myopic and he's not as connected to one mindset. Like McCain in 2000, I loved McCain. I thought he was a smart, independent, independent thinker and who did his own kind of thing. And he was a maverick. I bought that thing.
But is he really myopic though? I mean, he's pretty like a conservative. He's like a pretty liberal Republican. He's against torture. Like a lot of the things that the conservatives.
No shit, he's against torture.
But the way
as opposed to what?
Yeah. A lot of them go with whatever the CIA wants to do.
William is against plungers.
McCain started pandering to the religious right as soon as he got in trouble. Like, he started pandering to the religious right as soon as he got in trouble. If he believes what he believes, that's fine. I personally believe Barack Obama.
Who did pander, by the way, when he dropped out of his own church.
I do not. Let me get this straight. I think, and I'm a.
You think he was more qualified than Hillary?
I think everybody lies on their job application. I don't think he was any more or less qualified than her. But I would have been happy with either one. I don't have to hate her to love him. I didn't have to go, ooh, she's so. I didn't have to have, I didn't have to go, ooh, she's terrible, he's great. I think all politicians in fairly low esteem.
I guarantee
is better to me than her.
Women would have voted. And here's the cutoff. This is the weird thing. The strange thing is, okay, women would have had to choose. Like, okay, if you're a black woman, you would have to choose Obama, like either your color or your gender or whatever that case may be. If Hillary had made it to the primary, if she had made it through as a candidate, I'd have voted for her because she's a woman.
That would never do that. I would never do
I just would have to, man.
I would never. You know what? This is so fucking.
It happened to be, and the fact that they were Democrats made it easier. If they were Republican, it would have been.
I'm telling you, I don't believe people died in March and went through all the bullshit they go through, so I could hold some bullshit line in my head. People have to earn my respect, just like I got to go out there and earn respect from people. If I don't respect the motherfucker, I'm not voting for him. I don't give a shit what they got next to their name, who they are, what their gender is, and I think that it's that mindset. It's that mindset that got people. People voted for George Bush clearly because they went, I want a guy who talks like me. I want a guy who I want a guy who's just as dumb as I am.
Jackie Robinson was known not to be the best. Not even the 10 top black players was Jackie Robinson known to be. He was just that nigga, which is Obama. He's that nigga. He got
That's
a white
exactly what you said, Anthony.
meaning he does all the things.
Jesus.
All the things that a black guy has to do to make white people feel comfortable.
That's what
he's problem, that guy.
My problem is I don't like people. When white people like something, I tend to go, wow, why do they like them? It's like a little suspicious. I kind of go, wow.
I'm with you, but I'm saying Jackie Robinson had to get in. He just had to get in.
But we're talking apples and oranges. One is a baseball team, which is purely for entertainment. Another guy's going to be ruling the fucking world.
I wouldn't say. And how much of the world is he going to be ruling? How powerful is the president?
I think
President of the fucking United States.
He's a fucking symbol.
Not as powerful as a lot of people like to think or think, but pretty fucking powerful.
Somebody can tell him to go fuck himself. Like, he has to get things voted on. He can't just make rules.
Let me tell you something. George Bush was powerful enough to have a fucking war going on over in Iraq.
He had the backing of the country.
No shit. How did he get
9/11.
that? How did he get that?
But he duped Congress into giving him all the power.
It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
That's not power.
Whatever he did was his fucking power.
It was emotions from the country
Patrice, how
at the
is that
time.
not power?
That's not fucking
That
power.
is power.
That's manipulation.
Yeah.
Pussy is power.
Is manipulation power?
Yes.
Manipulation
Nah,
power.
you're right.
It is.
He has
Pussy's
veto
power.
power.
Fair enough.
He has veto power. The president can veto almost anything.
He
He's
can say
tremendously
no, but he
powerful,
can't say yes.
He can veto.
He can't just make rules.
He fucking
But he
got
did, but it was based on
Colin
us.
Powell
It was based on
and
that
everyone
fucking-
else.
Based on our ignorance and fear.
Right.
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm going to say the same thing again.
Thank you.
Never will I ever give my vote to somebody just because somebody tells me. I'll never be pressured to think like anybody else.
What's your gut feeling on Barack?
I believe, honestly.
Your gut.
I don't
Fuck
know
all the
him.
politics.
I don't
Gut.
know him.
You don't know
I
him.
don't know him. I don't know McCain either, so I'll take the lesser.
That basically you're saying what I'm saying, Gio.
No. What you're saying is you would vote for the black person in any circumstances. What I'm saying
Armstrong Williams and all that shit is a tough one, though. Those are tough names. I know. Just to test myself.
How fucked up? This is my thing. How fucked up are you? This is the indictment of George Bush's presidency. How fucked up president are you when the option is we're gonna vote for the black guy?
Wow.
When they go, we want the black guy. Your library is gonna be.
He really fucked up.
Oh my god! But I have never believed. I've never believed, and there matters when I believe race is the issue. If you ask me what I think on any number of things, but I will never vote for somebody just because they were a woman or they lived in my neighborhood or they were this or they were that. You don't come to me just having respect just because you walk up to me. I have
You
to
think
know
you'll be
you.
emotional if he gets voted president?
Sure I will. To see a black man go through the struggles that he's gone through and the stuff that he's gone through, but I've never seen here's my thing. I've never seen a person so lauded and so it scares me that people are putting you would think Jesus is here and he's a politician.
But could he possibly be the dude? Let's say underneath all of that was Farrakhan Jr.
Okay.
Could he really, let's say if Farrakhan was the president, could he really do what white people are afraid he might do? Could he really?
Well, as a newly patrioted French person, I wouldn't know.
I want to see a split screen of Obama getting inducted and just see like Patrice and Anthony both crying for completely different reasons.
But I'll tell you this.
It'll be like the OJ verdict.
Just like the OJ verdict. Right. At the time, I believed OJ was innocent when I watched it.
Oh,
now,
Wow.
hey, it's true. I believe he's innocent.
Wow.
Now, seeing it now, I go, wow, that motherfucker did it.
After that book, If I Killed the Bitch, when he wrote a book called If I Killed the Bitch, and this is what I would have done.
I wouldn't have a problem saying out loud, I believe he did it. Like, but I didn't when I watched the trial. It's very emotional for me. I just kind of went, oh man, they fucking went.
That's so odd. That proves there's a whole different way of looking. Because I looked at that trial and just said he's guilty. Totally guilty.
You're politically savvy, man. You're a savvy guy. You're a savvy guy. Now, but I'm saying, you've never been racially. Things weren't racially motivated in terms of in your life, like the OJ verdict. Look.
Sure it was.
Things are racially motivated, man. You gotta have this thing with I'm just gonna take that lowest road, if you want to call it, where I'm like, fuck that, man. I want to see the black president because we've lived through some this nigga that's the president now, this goofy motherfucker that's got us in the war. Could he be worse than him?
No.
Come the fuck on, man. I want to see it. I want to see the black president.
But that's it. I want to see. I'm going we get into the same conclusion. Like you taking the 405 and I'm taking the 2. I believe that he's the best candidate we have now, and I believe that he is better suited for the gig than McCain. Probably because he'll live through the inauguration, but I'm not sure McCain would live through the swearing in. But I would never, me personally, vote for like OJ. I had to believe he was innocent. I had to really believe it, and for whatever reason. And when I learned, when I looked at other things, I went, maybe it isn't what I thought it was. I have no problem admitting whether I'm wrong or right. Race plays a part in a lot of things I do. But as far as me voting for somebody, or as far as me looking at a situation objectively, I just try to be as human as possible.
Do you think that the people that fought in the civil rights movement, Jim Crow days and all that, do you think that they would be happy if he became the president just because he was black?
I think of course, sure.
So why? I don't.
Well, you asking me. That's apples and oranges. I'm not giving anybody anything just because they're anything. Is my point.
No, I get
nobody
your point.
ever gave me one thing because I was anything. So I would never give that. He walks the same earth I do, puts on his pants the same way I do. I got to go out and earn respect. He got to earn respect.
We do agree.
He has done
fuck
it. Fuck
him on some level like he's the Messiah.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I'm only talking about a symbol, and not a symbol. It's a symbol of. It might even, like, I always picture, like, niggas stop shooting each other because the black president. Like,
that
all right,
why
not? Wouldn't that be nice?
But I'm saying, if he's the black president, it's like, let's just make him let's be right. It'll righten us up just because he's the black president.
You can't have it both ways. Here's what I believe. I believe that if he is president, and we don't as a people kind of go, that is our cue to elevate ourselves. That is our cue. If this dude came from Indonesia, Hawaii, Kansas, I don't even know where he's from. So I couldn't, like this dude, the last time I saw a dude from that many places, he was running from the police. But if he has found a way to connect with America that way, then it is in us all. And you know what? When they take everything away, because that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to say, you know what? If this cat can do it, all you guys can do it. Now it's a level playing field. We're giving you, this guy's elevated from nothing to the highest position in the world. I think that it is a challenge that we have to kind of accept. We have to kind of go, you know what? The game has changed, but you can't have it both ways.
But he got to be the president.
You can't say, I want him to be president and I still want all this other shit. Because you're going to give something up to get. You got to give to get. And I really believe that in this situation, there is not a more, and I don't respond to him because he's a speaker, because I think all politicians speak. I think that he's clearly the more qualified candidate. If I didn't think it, two things. I wouldn't have a problem saying it, and I wouldn't have a problem not voting for him. I would never vote for somebody just because somebody said that. I don't go to meetings where people go, hey man, this is the way we feel about this. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I ain't part of the collective. Just like when people feel a certain way about like all the bullshit that people get into about how you should speak and what you should think is funny.
True that.
Ain't no collective for me.
But you got to understand now that there is an outside effect in terms of black people aren't really the toughest thing I think to being black as you're younger is to be individual. Is to say, this is what I think, fuck the other shit.
Right.
And really, I'm saying what I think, because I know there's a lot of black people who are like, fuck that, I'm not even voting for him now. You know, I'm not going to vote for him because he's black, fuck him, I don't like him or whatever, his stance on abortion is this, that. I'm saying, dude, it's bigger, it's so big because, you know, watching Roots, and just feeling how I felt watching Roots, feeling how I felt watching Rosewood, just the basic instinct of anger you have towards white people on a general basis. It's hard for me to just be in here sometimes and just be your friend
and listen to my shit.
And just because you're white, there is a natural instinct not to like white folks.
You know what's so odd?
I just want to just
go.
But you know what? I look at Patrice. I look at Patrice and go, I don't even think of you as a black guy. And this is the God's honest truth.
I don't look at you. Think he was a black guy?
And yet, if you're walking down the street, I'd fucking be on the other side of the street in a second.
But see, that's why I understand. I understand that shit. It's like, you know, me and Lloyd would never be friends outside of the fact that we're friends. I wouldn't bump into him in the street or whatever. There is I just would love to feel something that I know I've never really felt before. Externally,
but that's different though, Patrice. That's the system. That's different. I want to see a black president. I get it, but I would never vote for somebody just because they were anything. And you said something that was absolutely true. The hardest thing for a black person to do is to be an individual. Is to say, this is how I feel. This is
Michael Vick, dude. I fucking hated that motherfucker for that. But people, you know, you get a preponderance of the media where black people go, nigga, black people don't give a fuck about no dogs. Right. And I'm like, I love dogs.
Me too. Yeah. But I didn't. That's nuance for me. Like with the whole Don Amos thing. I thought it was a dumb joke, and I thought it was, you know, I don't think what I do is I go, how the fuck do I feel? I don't go on the Black America website. I don't.
And
go.
That's a hard thing to do. I do that too. It's very fucking difficult. When I was defending Don Imus, I'm telling you,
and it's not even
motherfuckers are MySpacing. Yeah. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you just call me Uncle fucking Tom? I'm here defend any black. That's why I called DL.
Yeah.
Which I love this too. This is a great story. Which made me start calling people from a block number. I reached out. I found this motherfucker to get me to call. He called me from a block number and didn't give me his fucking phone number.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I'm saying that made me. You know what I did? No. You know, and I said to myself, I go, you know, I'm doing that shit too. Niggas ain't gonna have my motherfucking number.
You know what I teach? This is the truth.
What a great statement about career positions.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I teach my son particularly. Man, when a man stands by himself, like it ain't never like my father said. You came in this world, you're probably gonna die alone. You can go out of the world alone. Man, being an individual and having your own mindset and understanding how you feel is the ultimate responsibility. And it's the ultimate freedom. To me, I want my son, if he's nothing else, to be human and to literally look at the situation.
Bravo.
And no. But not the grandstand. And to give no man respect he hasn't earned simply because he's anything. Simply because he's an athlete. Simply because he's... You give any human being a certain amount of respect. Just for me personally, I don't look at what people tell me. I look at what they do.
But look, there's something deeper about black people's illness in terms of this. Like, this is what you don't...
Yeah, is this BET radio?
Yeah.
You know people that goes, what are these motherfuckers doing?
You know there's some truckers driving off of fucking... Real quick.
Screaming at the radio, why aren't you guys saying anything today?
Let the two niggas fight it out.
All this oogly boogly talk.
Why
don't they just play bongos?
Help us. They've hijacked our show.
We're
too scared to talk.
First they're the president, now they're taking over the Reverend Anthony show.
Hey, Patrice, by the way, there's 304...
And give me some chicken.
There's 304 million people in the United States, and there's 243 million whites and just under 40 million blacks.
You know, white people come up with
Wait
facts.
a minute. So So is how many? People in this country?
We'll go on the website and you said this then.
There's 304 million people in this country.
Yeah, you said there's 300 million
200 and what?
43.
43 million
whites
and 40 million blacks?
Yes.
There's only 20 more million other motherfuckers here? Chinese,
Well, you
Puerto
gotta count
Ricans,
some
Mexicans?
Spanish people that are black that they don't know.
Yeah, well,
Are you serious?
That's what they're saying.
That's wrong.
That's what they're saying.
You can't say that's
I'm
wrong.
saying that's fucking wrong. There's no more fucking goddamn Puerto Ricans and Mexicans in this country than us.
Puerto Ricans are just niggas who can swim. That's all they are. They're the same thing.
They count as all the same shit.
No, these
They're
are
the same thing.
This is probably
Mexicans are just niggas with good hair.
citizens.
They're the same thing.
What is that from 19 what?
Oh,
01?
July 2008.
2008. It's the government website.
This is what's going to be estimated next month when they put the numbers out. But I mean, these are citizens, obviously. This isn't the illegals.
Got some
and all
backing.
that. Why don't we take a?
Oh, you know what? You're not counting illegals. You're right. Why
Why don't we take a break? We got DL Hughley in studio. He's playing Caroline's all weekend long.
And no, first the rally, then
What?
Caroline. Me and Patrice are leading people.
Get your red bow ties out.
I get so
Bean
upset,
pies,
dude.
then us.
Dude, I can't get the passion up to talk politics. I just can't.
It's not even a politics thing.
No, this is all just human thing. I like
deeper
the
than
point
politics.
that DL said, and being an individual is probably the most
Well, he said it
important
first.
thing.
Patrice said it first.
No, because Patrice is saying he's
Oh, no, wait. Before you finish, my brain is fried.
Okay.
So I wanted to say something real quick
You
about...
never say anything real quick.
All right. Fucking... Let me say something. I'm going to try to say something real quick.
They understand. Trust me.
That's the one thing about, okay, when we do something, when we do something,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you people, we have to defend every black dude. That's the thing. We don't. We don't. I know what you're saying. We don't, but I'm saying externally, we don't. But internally, for some reason, when a nigga fucks up, all of the black people got to go, oh, we got to make an excuse. I don't, and you don't. But as a whole group, you know what I'm saying? But white people, when white people fuck up, that white person fucked up, not the whole as a whole. You get to enjoy being an individual.
You're right, because as white people,
even without the pressure externally of going, there's never white pride. It's never open white pride. It's,
because people...
you can't.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you can't fucking. I would love to march down the street. Hey, Whitey.
You could do it if it wasn't
If I was behind you. Well, that's true.
But I just... You know what it is?
If I wasn't half Sicilian, too.
And by the way, we do have white pride. Every time we see each other in the supermarket, we'll look at pasteurized milk, just kind of winking at each other. Go to the light bulb.
Open heart surgery. Oh, we did that.
Did you really?
You know what's to me is this. Everybody always asks you, like, I always get, like, even when I came in for the first time, I can never tell you how black people feel. We're a whole race of people that got, how can you talk for one race of people that got Flavor Flav and Colin Powell?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How does one dude encapsulate all of that? All you can ever do is speak, and I hate people. Anybody who doesn't speak their own mind, who goes with the collective, is a fucking sheep. That's all you are. All you doing is what somebody told you.
Yeah.
You might as well be a fucking robot. I get it. I understand. That's easier to do. I understand.
That's why I hate the party line shit. Like, why? If I'm a Republican, why do I have to be against women getting abortions? But that's
unless they're mine.
Yeah.
They gotta get.
Like, I'm a fucking huge Second Amendment guy, but I'm also for a woman's right to choose. I'm insane then as a fucking Republican.
But my thing is that I just became a Democrat 2 years ago. I was an independent for all of years because I never even liked the kind. I like to pick. I like guns. I think.
Well,
that women should
let me
have the
tell you
right.
something. Guns. Now that's against your party.
No, it ain't.
For the most part.
No, it's but look here. I dig guns. I dig abortion. I think weed should be legal. I think that we are too fiscally irresponsible. I think that I think that
you want less government in your life?
I want a lot less government in my life. I think that religion is encroaching too much in government. So what I've done is tell you how I feel. I don't go, what does the D say or what does the R say? I tell you how I feel.
But most of the people in these parties that you're forced pretty much to vote for
because they fucking
run
sheep.
Right along the party line. So who the fuck are you going to vote for?
But even like when everybody's having
the
primary
black president. I got all that confusion out, motherfucker. The black president.
Even when
party
everybody was
line,
having
my
the
left
primaries,
ball, nigga.
When they was having the primaries, I don't think that America responds to ethereal talk. I think that America like people always, when I gotta respond to the politics of fear, your whole fucking life is fear. Your mother says do this or that'll happen. This job says either do this or I'll fire you. Religion says do this or you going to hell. Fear runs us all. The bottom line to me is, I think that America gets what it wants, and it always makes poor decisions because it's generally ill-informed and makes decisions based on all kind of bullshit that doesn't. It's 50 million Americans don't have health care. You ask the average person, do they think you should have health care? They go, yeah, you should have it. You say socialized medicine, and they go, fuck you. I'm not paying for it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think you should die in this country. I don't care if you're lazy or whatever. I was just in Edmonton, Alberta. They have the best economy in the north.
Whoa, motherfucker! Why wasn't there an interruption there, Jack?
Because I'm waiting to talk about how Senator Kennedy and his
you
brain
hate this
tumor.
fucking healthcare
and
thing.
if we had socialized medicine like Senator Kennedy wanted, he would still have that fucking orange in his head.
Why is that?
Because you don't fucking step up to a hospital, get the best doctor, and say, hey, take the tumor out of my head. You wait on a fucking list. You sit and wait for a fucking doctor. You're not getting the best doctor.
So you should
and that's socialized fucking medicine. But he's a rich motherfucker, and he was able to get whatever he wants.
But
that's America. You're not. Why the fuck did this country turn into something where everyone's entitled to something instead of working up to it?
Because
working up to getting the brain tumor removed from your head.
One is
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's spoiled.
Exactly. He is a spoiled bastard.
We have to do two things. If we're not going to be the America we espouse, then let's be Russia. Let's be as shitty as we think as we say that. But we're gonna put God in our Constitution, and we're gonna act like we're a Judeo-Christian society, and we're a Judeo-Christian society, and we are a nation of laws and rules, and we're a nation of human rights and dignity. A human being should never die because they're poor. I don't give a fuck why they are.
Anyone can go into the fucking hospital. You go to the emergency room. Some people are going to get shitty care.
Anthony,
some people are going to get good care. Hold on.
Did you just hear that point?
I did.
Did you used to be poor?
Yes.
Do you think you should have been dead if you couldn't afford to live?
If you know something, if I was fucked up when I was poor, then I'd be dead. That's the fucking country
that's
we
not.
live
I
in.
asked you, do you think you should be dead because you couldn't afford to be alive?
No, but in certain circumstances, that's just the way this fucking is.
We are a country that fights to have the Pledge of Allegiance, and we fight to have prayer in school. We fight to have prayer in school.
Right.
We fight to bring God in our lives.
That's based on this puritanical bullshit that started hundreds of years ago.
But I'm saying, if you're going to put God in your life and talk about how you love Jesus and how we're a Christian society, the very tenet of Jesus, regardless of what people think, is that you love the poor and the sick. Yeah. That's what you do. Now, if you're going to take Jesus out, we're going to be a country that is just kind of a pluralistic country. We don't give a fuck about anything. That's fine. But if you're going to talk about how much you love Jesus, then and how much how you can't be president unless you can't literally be president of the United States of America unless you go to church and kill convicts.
Well, you know,
you can't. Obama pretty soon is gonna have to shoot something.
Well, your personal fucking religion, your personal shit, as far as religion goes, isn't supposed to. And you said isn't supposed to encroach in on the government, but it does. But it's not supposed to. It's written there. Separation of
we're
church
not
and
supposed
state.
to pay taxes, but we do.
Exactly. That I don't like that either.
Okay,
but the thing is,
you're just a fucking. You're poor, rich trash. Like you're rich,
hysterical, Patrice.
You're just a piece of garbage, but you're a millionaire.
Let me just say this.
Fucking bastard.
When did this country become the country where everyone's entitled to the same fucking thing? There are poor people.
Different.
There are rich people. Hold on. There are poor people and there are rich people in this country. It's what this country's based on. If you're lucky and you make something yourself, you have some skill, whatever the fuck it is. Listen to you laugh.
No, I'm
this
laughing.
is what America is made
I'm
for.
Laughing
some people fall on their ass and fucking get nowhere.
I'm laughing
and others
because there's a lot of ass-falling people that are
That's
listening
what
to
this
this
whole
show
fucking
right now.
country was based on.
No, the country was built.
It wasn't based to come here because we're going to give you what the fuck you want.
This country was based.
Wasn't a guarantee.
On exploiting it really was. It was based on
black labor.
First it was black labor.
Free black
then it was
labor.
Italians. Then it was Africans. Now it's the Mexicans. It's that new term. They the new niggas. But the bottom line is, this country was based on exploiting somebody and getting rich from it. That's what happened. Now it is becoming a place where people have felt bad about their past and are trying to right a lot of the wrongs of the past. So a lot of things that wouldn't have happened have.
White guilt.
But if we are going to be a country where every time I turn around, some politician is saying we are the moral authority in the world, and right after that a commercial will come on for Girls Gone Wild. If we're going to be a moral authority, if we're going to constantly talk about Jesus and constantly talk about elevate, like the country now talking about change, we need to change the 2 minute. We are the we've been waiting for. It's changing the tone of the country. Then you have to accept all. Just like I told him, you have to accept all that comes along with when Obama's. You have to accept the fact that this country is going to have to do some of the things that actually espouse.
So people are so then everyone is entitled. By just being an American, you're entitled to certain things, whether you work for them or not, whether you're lucky enough to have.
I don't think any human being. I think that we place such a value on. We love money so much in this country. We put God on our money, so we can have everything in the same space. But to me, I just am from a human standpoint, I just don't believe that your care should be better than some people because you can afford it. So,
everybody should eat. Everybody should eat, because if you don't eat, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
So if everybody can't eat, you're just dead. Some motherfuckers they don't have enough food to fucking eat.
Why?
What? Because they're lazy pieces of shit?
No, I don't know. I'm asking you why.
Because look, man, motherfuckers. Look, man, some people can't. Look, when I grew up, we was on welfare, but I'm gonna be quite honest, my mother was stealing it.
So was I.
Listen to me, my mother was stealing it.
So was mine.
But okay, she wasn't stealing it, and I was walking around with the brand new Nike. She was stealing it, working and on welfare, just to get a little bit more, just some food, some extra fucking food. Because to eat right, a fucking fish, one fish, $75 a pound. A whole pig, a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can eat a whole fucking pig for nothing and die, or you can try to eat right, and lettuce is this expensive, or fish is that expensive, or fucking something that's not gonna give you a fucking heart attack costs more money than the average thing. It's fucked up. You can come out of your goddamn Shelby money and fucking give me a piece of corn.
Where does it fucking have to stop then? Do we all have to equal out?
No, man.
That's communism, man.
Thank you. Thanks for saying it then,
But you know
Patrice.
what's funny to me?
Thanks for saying it.
When I grew up, I remember being my mother having to, because when you go on, we used to get lunch tickets. And I remember watching my mother made him fill out the thing so she can get a little extra. And I watched my father cry. And I said, and I never understood, but he hated the fact that he had to subjugate himself to get a little extra. That taught me something. I'm always going to. I believe that I'm going to be as human as possible. Of course, if you work hard, there's some lazy motherfuckers out there that don't deserve, to live in a great house.
Right.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't die. Like the mortgage crisis. Here's the thing we do. Who thought it was a good idea to give a motherfucker making $335 an hour $1 million home loan?
Exactly.
Like, who thought that?
But who's the dumb motherfucker that looks at his budget and decides he's going to get that house?
Then we do this. That's fine. I get that. We'll bail out the bank that made the predatory loans, but not the people that took them. We'll bail out railroads that are shitty business model, but not the people that ride them. We'll bail out the airline industry. Like after 9/11, we gave them billions of dollars, and they're a shitty business model, and now 7 of those people are going, we'll give corporations chances that we never give human beings. That's my problem. If you take welfare away from poor people and you say you ain't fucking working, but you'll give those same tax breaks to Exxon and Mobil who don't even need it, and you don't blink an eye at it.
I agree with that to a point, but the reason the airlines got bailed out and the railroads and stuff is because we need fucking planes and trains.
We might need planes.
This poor motherfucker that went broke.
We don't need. It's 7. You know why airlines go broke?
That's why they're going broke. Yeah,
because they're shitty business models. Because they're late. They pay too much money. And you know what happens to a shitty business model? It goes away. we don't need 19,000 airlines. We just need good ones and efficient ones. You know, the only airline that didn't have to lay off anybody or take any money from the government was Southwest. Now, everybody laughs at them and talks about them. They're a great business model.
It's because they weren't fucking paying the mechanics to fix the plane.
Right.
Yeah, motherfuckers are flying buses.
American did the same thing. American, but the thing about it is, we look at corporations differently than we do look at people. Now, I understand we need corporations, but you would never. You'll tell me how you shouldn't bail out the people that made a predatory loan. Banks were ripping those people off left and right. And what they figured would happen, they wouldn't be able to make the loan, then pay me, and we'll get the house back and can sell it again. They didn't know they was going to all of a sudden have a whole surplus of houses they couldn't sell.
I know, but that just, people sometimes are fucking stupid.
So
do you think you're getting $10 million from Nigeria in your email?
Was the bank stupid?
You don't give a fuck, Anthony.
Was the bank stupid?
The bank was stupid.
No, apparently the bank is pretty fucking smart knowing they're going to foreclose on a house.
Are there any
But now the banks are in trouble because
now they're stupid.
Are there any people in need?
So let's say it was two stupid people. We just chose the richer stupid person. That's what happened. We bail out those banks.
Are there any people in need that you give a fuck about that you go, man, these people need help, and I would like to help them?
It's the people on commercials that I never fucking see. And you know who it is? It's these fucking father, mother, and 2 kids in a homeless shelter that just ain't ever in a fucking homeless shelter. They fell through the cracks of society. The husband lost his job. This could happen to any man. No, it's a lunatic in a snorkel jacket on a 100-degree day fucking going, can I get some money? That's the fucking shit. That's the needy that I don't give a fuck about.
Can you do the black snorkel homeless man again?
Can I have some money?
You know him, huh?
Oh fuck! I know him a lot.
I have like there are people I don't have tolerance. I don't have tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm tired of people, doing whatever the fuck they do. But
I chase mullet-headed white fucking junkies away too. I tell them, go fuck yourself. You ain't getting a quarter from me.
I'm also tired of people. Like I just think if the government did 4 things, I'd be fine. I think if they gave everybody a decent quality education. I think if they gave you some level.
Gabe, isn't that in place? Hold on, isn't that in place? If someone does well in school,
how can you do?
I don't understand.
Let me give you an example from my life. My kids went to school in the inner city in Los Angeles. In 1996, I moved to the Valley, which is the same school district, but it's the Valley, Los Angeles School District. My kids were 3 years, and they were doing well at their school. 3 years behind those people. 3 years. They were doing shit at that school that we had never even seen.
Why?
So I had to. Well, I don't know why. You tell.
That's just it. Why?
I can't tell you why. Like I don't have the why, and plus that ain't a good joke. Why? I don't know what the fuck that is. You fucking up my human interest story. You're an asshole. but so I had to pay to this day. To this day, I had to pay tutors to catch my children up, and unfortunately, I was able to do it. My daughter goes to Smith. Private college. I'm very proud of her. My son is in college. My daughter. She gonna be my daughter. That's the fuck she gonna be for the rest of her life. But she ain't the brightest motherfucker. No matter how much I'm paying tutors. But the idea that they go to the same school district, that they worked hard, that I thought I was doing everything I needed to do, and they were still 3 years behind. And you ask me why, and I tell you I don't know. I can't tell you why, because now it's richer out there. So I think that there's more, and certainly there's more involvement. It used to be a PTA, parents were I don't think it's 100% of one thing. I think it's 1% of 100 things. I think the parents need to be more involved in their children's lives.
Absolutely.
I think that we need to place a higher premium on education, but all of us do. Like I was reading, none of us, we have to give hundreds of thousands of work visas away because we're not educated enough to do the job that involves mathematics. We have to hire people from Pakistan and
this
India.
child thing has nothing to do with Anthony.
No, you know something?
Let's move along from children.
I pay motherfucking school taxes up the ass.
Why?
Where I am. Because I don't have any kids, but I got to pay for the fucking schools in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, I got to pay for the fucking schools.
Have them
because they don't want the kids fucking winging rocks through my windows. So even people without kids got to pay through the fucking ass for the school tax.
Well, fuck, I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck the kids.
Yeah. Fuck the kids.
The children should be homeless.
Yeah, fuck the children.
A very special episode of Opie and Anthony.
You joke around, but they do use their fucking 5 and 6 year old age status to fucking get away with shit.
Yeah.
God damn, Norton.
This motherfucker here.
And that's what I have to say about that. So thank you for listening to me.
I can't wait to see Richard Huff's article tomorrow. Opie straightens everyone out on race.
Opie's race discussion groundbreaking.
I'm going to be on the top of. Yeah, I do. I'm going to be on the top of the Drudge Report later today.
Opie solves race problems in America.
Can we all agree on one thing?
What?
Yes.
We have to take a leak? Yeah.
Yes.
D.L. Hughley at Caroline's. That was really interesting.
212-757-4100. He's there tonight through Sunday. And, of course, Patrice is at Comics on 14th Street tonight and tomorrow only.
And Black Panther headquarters.
Yes.
Wherever that is these days.
I know. Hold on.
What is it, 1967?
I know.
What was that?
Exactly.
We,
Then he's going to the Cotton Club.
And the Black Panther's house.
we're all doing the pee-pee dance. We got to take a break. You guys having fun or what? All right, we'll continue in just a bit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take a break now at Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton. That's our comic. He's going to keep you smiling. And we want you to be right there when we come back. So don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. No matter what he do.
Oh, my God.
That's his legacy.
It never
That's his
ended.
getting shot in the head.
Oh, my God.
He's the black president.
I need a nap. Oh, my God.
I agree with
Patrice,
Patrice
I'm
on
with
that.
you.
All right.
I agree with Patrice on that.
I'm
what we
off.
talked about during break.
Hey,
That never happens.
We're back with the live studio audience. I want to do something really quick.
I need another threesome.
Let's get people. I want to know how many people out there. We have a very white audience looking at us right now.
That's true.
And I want to know how many of these guys and gals are voting for McCain. Raise your hand.
Of course. Why would you even ask?
Oh, that's not.
Look, it's
what do you
not
mean,
even-
Of course. Shut up. It's half. Keep your hands up.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Look at how
3,
four
4, 5,
other
6,
hands
7.
went up. And another.
Hold on.
Do you see, you fucking liars?
Shut up. I'm
What are
showing
we
you an
doing
accurate count.
here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like,
Now,
right?
how many of you traitors?
So we got 8 for McCain. How many for Obama? There's a lot.
3.
Oh, 2.
If that's the ratio, it's over now.
Wait, out of 11.
Hold on, man, bro.
What? That's over 25%, though. I mean, when you look at it like that, 3 and 8 is that out of 11 people, that is over 25%.
Yeah, but there's more than 11. So what's going on with the other guys? You're just
That's
not
what I'm
voting?
saying.
Maybe they're wigs.
Some of them kept their hand down and then left. It's a dangerous thing.
What? What happened? Who's? They're on. Everybody's on?
What happened?
Yeah.
No, I have fun.
So what did that guy? He jumped up. What?
Oh, I'm definitely not voting for John McCain. No way. It's ludicrous. We've already lost 4,000 men in this war. We definitely need a change in America. And I think Obama's pretty optimistic. I certainly think he's qualified. Since DL mentioned before about
Where somebody had some thoughts while that discussion was going on.
The hand went up. When the hand goes up, it's going to be a fucking wild.
Everybody's got to just be themselves. You know what, dude? Black or white.
Fat Bob Kelly.
What an
an ass.
point about Obama not being there for votes and voting present as opposed to voting yes or no. A friend of mine made a point about that. A lot of times things go through and you don't want to go against the party, but you don't want to support it either. And that's one of the reasons Obama did have that voting record. At least the guy was there. Most of these motherfuckers aren't even there.
But that's my here's my thing. I think politics do what they do to get. It's like I said earlier. Everybody's filling out. This is the biggest job application. I don't know one motherfucker that tells the truth on a job application. I don't know one. So I don't look at politicians. I judge them and I kind of go, they serve a purpose, they good. But I don't look at them as being agents of change or goodness or what. All they care about is what gets them elected. That's just it.
And gets them to the next gig.
I
Yeah.
agree with that shit. I agree Obama's doing that the same way as everybody
I don't
else,
have
man.
a high sense of self-esteem, of esteem for them. If they're good at their job, but people can say whatever they want about George Bush, and this is the one good thing I'll say about him. I don't even know what I can say. But is that he didn't use slick talk and great rhetoric and lilting rhetoric to get shit done. He bullied people, and he was politically effective. Like, he got shit done. It was all the wrong shit, but he wasn't in there talking nice to those people. He's like, motherfucker, you do it, or I'm going to make it politically hot for you. He got a lot of Democrats, they lost their job. So I think that he was politically effective, just all the wrong shit. So I don't think you have to be nice. I think that the people are putting politicians in places I don't think they belong. I think they're just you know, they're not civil rights workers. They're not humanitarians. These motherfuckers are trying to get a library. That's what, and that's why I keep him. I mean, he might be a great dude. He can speak great. I'm gonna vote for him, but don't expect me to suck his dick. I hope he's good at his game.
Ask him, Opie. Ask if anybody's voting that knows nothing about politics.
What he said.
I don't think anyone's going to fess up to knowing nothing
That's
about
what I'm
politics.
saying. There's a bunch. You think there's a couple of guys over here that's just voting because they just vote because that's who they gonna vote for?
There's at least 2 or 3 dummies over
and
there.
I think that's more people than you fucking realize, man.
Let's go to Stalker Patty. Who are you voting for in the
Christ.
upcoming election?
I think Obama's the only candidate out of the 3 who were out there that's capable of doing the job.
Who's the 3?
Hillary and
she's dropped out.
McCain.
Hillary's out.
Yeah.
You know, McCain's
Hillary's out.
She just said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go on my rant."
Oh, she'll just keep talking.
You're naming people that aren't running.
I think that Hillary.
I think Gary Hart's in trouble. I'm going to vote for Obama.
I'm gonna say that shit.
enough to do the job.
And she's still talking.
Patty,
I was interjecting humor.
do
Sorry.
you know that Hillary's out of it?
Yes, I know that.
So would
why'd
you
you
say
say
the 3
3?
candidates?
Well, I've been with Obama all along because he's strong enough to handle
No, you
it.
weren't. You badmouthed him because you were for Hillary.
No, I wasn't.
I remember that. You were like, Obama, I wouldn't vote for him. He's too racially motivated. You said all that.
Did I?
No.
You had a doubting
I
her.
totally made that up.
You
But
Jedi
she-
mind tricked her.
But that exactly is who's voting. She had no idea.
Thank you, Jim. That's
Perfect
who's voting.
example.
I'm
Perfect
telling you.
example, Patrice.
Can you vote? You're allowed to vote, Patty?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why not?
That's what the fuck. That's who's voting.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's
You're allowed
who's
to vote.
voting.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad Hillary got out because
Strong enough.
the race was taking us. She started to look like Willie Nelson, didn't she? What looked like the model for the nickel for a little while.
Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
She looked like Willie Nelson, but less fuckable.
I'm like, baby, go down and take a nap.
I wanted to marry her so I could cheat on her.
But I didn't.
She's not happy with a man unless his dick smells like someone else. Oh, it smells like Mentos. I'll stay with him.
Oh my goodness.
well.
Any other political commentary? We haven't really gone to the crowd.
Well, ask the big dude right there. The big.
Oh, yeah, Bob Kelly.
Dude. This dude right here. Ask this one. I gotta see what this dude say.
What do you got, buddy?
Who are you voting for?
McCain.
Okay, what do you like about McCain?
Other than his wife. Yeah. Exactly.
Look at Patrice. Patrice has done nothing but for the past 2 hours and talk about how he's only voting for
But
a
I'm
black
saying,
man because he's black.
no,
right?
that,
And then he goes,
I'm not
voting
mad
for
at that.
McCain.
I'm
And then he
saying,
just goes, he's white because he's
this
white.
is what I mean. White people they're not allowed to just be honest. They have to figure out a way.
Well, give us permission,
I'm
please.
just saying, I vote for dude because he's black. But white people have to go, well, his stance on...
No, that's not true.
Look at this
Why are you
motherfucker
voting for
trying
McCain?
to make up some shit.
I'm trying to give you an answer here. Don't like the liberals, so I try to go
That's fair.
wow. Republican.
By liberals,
Fair
he
enough.
means the black people.
Of course.
You know what
But I don't give a fuck because let me tell you something. Even if he came up with some magical shit, I still believe in what I believe. So it's nothing. I'm prejudging him, and he's not going to say anything that makes me go, fair enough. You made such a fair point against Obama and for McCain, and I'm open-minded like that. But
No, you're not.
I am. I'm open-minded in terms of a motherfucker best logical. You know, if it makes sense, I'm gonna go with it, dude. I believe that he's not voting for Obama because he's black, but he has to figure out some shit that he hasn't even figured out.
Okay, let me ask you something. Honestly, what if, like, I hate conservatives?
Okay.
I do. Armstrong, you gave me an example of Armstrong Williams, or I don't like them. I think that no offense, I like you, but you know,
okay.
some of my best friends are conservative.
Yeah, I hear you.
But how come I would never extend somebody or deny somebody a right I feel like I have? That's what that whole Don Imus thing was about.
Yes.
to me.
There you
I don't-
go.
If I'm allowed to do it, somebody else should be allowed.
And
Yes.
the liberals were the ones who attacked him. The only
Right.
the conservatives defended him like
Especially
McCain.
I don't
speech.
like
I think
conservatives.
black comedians should have been the first people defending anything that had to do with
Right,
language.
so I don't like conservatives. I don't care if they were black, they were a woman, they were the first midget. I don't give a fuck what they were the first of. I don't like them. Why am I allowed to say I would never vote for them? because they're conservative, and he's not allowed to say he never voted for
DL,
liberal.
I'm gonna tell you why. It is what it fucking is.
All right.
But wait, you're not saying
It's not magic. It's double standard.
I agree with you.
And I'm not saying that I give a fuck that he can't. It's just white guilt. See, black people have a little to do with what the fuck y'all do to yourselves. It's some
Likewise.
civil war happening with white people where you make each other feel uncomfortable. We don't even have a say in it. White guilt is the thing that makes him not be able to go, I just don't want to vote for a black guy. We didn't do that shit.
That's not, did you see? I feel so stupid. I was in the same Four Seasons we were at when we were doing
in Washington.
John Zogby was there from the Zogby Reuters poll, and I had lunch with him. It was the day after the Pennsylvania primary. 21%, and he was talking about the exit poll. 21% of the voters there said the race was a problem, that they would rather stay home than vote for Obama. 17% of Catholic voters, and it was Catholic voters, said that they would rather they stay home. So that's 38% of that vote. Those are people who said out loud, I ain't vote for this nigga.
They didn't say that out loud. They said it behind something.
Whatever they said it.
But I'm
they
saying
were open about it. They said it.
I can say I'm a vote for Obama or whatever, but when I go, only if they have cameras pointing right at you when you push these buttons and you go, oh yeah, it's Obama, and you go, whoops, not that nigga. They can say what they want to say, but outwardly white people aren't gonna go, I'm not voting for him because he's black. You'll never find
I think
it.
that's parts of the country. Look, the West, they voted for him in big numbers.
White
in the
people,
East.
according to white people, there's no racism.
Well, in the West and the East.
Don't exist.
But not in the middle of the country. You go to
It's there, but I've never met a racist. I've never met one.
Let's ask Roland. Roland, who are you voting for?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding. Yeah.
Bill Richardson, because he's Mexican.
Bruce Springsteen's voting for him.
What's that?
Bruce Springsteen supporting Obama.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's why.
No, that's really why he's
Great.
voting. Roland's a huge Springsteen fan, so
Oprah
whatever
made a
Bruce
lot of
says,
people vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit,
But there's honesty, Patrice. That's the reason why Roland's voting for Obama.
Still didn't say race, though. We're talking about the honesty of race, though.
There's other things that play into this, too.
He's not white, though.
But Patrice is right again.
white.
I'll give it to you. I hate the whole the guilt thing, and that white people can't just say
The white guilt
later.
vote's going to be big.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it might
right.
be. A lot of white people just feel guilty and paternalistic. Like,
And they
kinda
hope
like feeling
to
like they're
God
better.
this will end racism. Please let
Yeah,
this
yeah,
end
they really do.
in this inner horror that I have. Please.
One way or another. Either with peace and love or through a race war. One or the other.
I'm at a moral impasse. I can't take it anymore.
But you know what's so funny? Everybody acts like this is the first time in history this has happened. Like this is the most significant moment in modern history. And it's pretty significant for this country.
is.
But in South Africa, I think it was pretty significant.
That was a majority.
That
The difference of
Mandela
majority.
was a prisoner and became
Was it the
president.
same democratic process, though?
No, they voted. They voted.
Well, you know what the big thing was?
So
Anything white
a
was
whole
burned.
lot of Africans
Yeah.
and a whole lot of dead white people.
Those were the options. So I think that you gotta put this. I am very part of me is I'm very proud to see something. I always wait for the shit in the game to see what's going on. I'm very proud to see a black man ascending something I never thought, Barry. I never even thought possible. Even when I did my HBO special, I couldn't think that this was. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. But I'm also a realist. I don't believe, and this is just I think most politicians aren't shit, and I think. But I hold them in low self.
Business as usual.
I absolutely agree.
All business.
I don't
I'm
think
not
this
gonna tell you.
motherfucker. I
So
think
I
he's
don't-
a goddamn politician.
Right.
That's what I think he
Right.
is.
So
Anybody who wants to be the president is a fucking sickening, crazy
Right.
motherfucker anyway. But fuck it.
But don't tell me how
But
they're
you
going
want the black man.
Right. Don't tell me how they're going to change the world will be warmer and nicer. Your job is to do what the American people want you to do. That's your gig. And
Before
you'll only
Doug
do it.
Williams, all I wanted was Doug Williams. Now I want fucking who's
You know
going to
what-
make my team win.
You know what I
But
think
before that,
Obama will do?
I want Doug Williams, man, too. I
So would
need
you
to
take
see
Doug
it.
Williams over Tom Brady?
Fucks no.
Okay.
Not now. Then I would have. I would have been that like, fuck that. I want to see this happen.
You know what I think
would've.
Obama's going to do?
Not now.
Foreign policy, I think he's going to do much better because I
Hell
think
yeah,
other
'cause
people in other countries
Yes.
are going to. Remember when Jesse went over to free that in Libya?
Yes.
He got the little
Yes.
hostages free just so the Libyans could go fuck yourself.
Right.
We're giving him to Jesse.
Right. Yes.
I think he's going to do better in foreign policy.
Absolutely.
Because I think the foreign dignitaries are going to know that like people are going to be like, motherfucker.
They're going to give him some extra oil
Look at what
to
they
take
get.
home in his
Just
pocket.
because he's black, right?
Take that with you. Take a
Just to
couple of
piss
barrels
off
just for
the
you.
rest of the country.
And you know what? The people, the economy is really all about, like the global economy is really all about emotion. Like people hate us right now.
Yeah.
And they want to,
Obviously.
like that ill will is in the zeitgeist. People want us fucked over and broke.
That's the same reason that the Iranian hostages were released. It was a
Right.
slap at Carter for taking the Shah,
Right.
and when protecting the Shah of Iran after the Islamic Revolution.
Second Reagan got in, the hostages were
They were set free.
out.
It was all a
Yeah.
slap in the face of Jimmy Carter.
But I
protecting
think
the
that
Shah.
I just have a problem with people acting like this is Jesus. Like it's like, I'm like, man, you've never met one great human being who was a politician.
Can you
One,
name
man.
something bigger in your lifetime than the possibilities of
No,
this?
I'm not the gay. No, the possibility that a black dude gets a great job is what we're talking about. That a black man gets a great job.
It's bigger than
the
that,
greatest
though,
thing in my
man.
life.
There's going to be some the same reason when you first saw Roots, right? You remember how you felt.
Yeah,
when you
but
first saw it.
that was a
But
historical
when this motherfucker gets up on this goddamn podium, and he says white babies are now legal to eat. when he gets up there and you see him getting ready to
Man, let me tell you
say,
something.
I am your president, you can't help but something take
I'm
over, man.
proud of him for doing it. But this is a black dude who's got a job, who hopefully will do a great job.
It's gonna be bigger than that. I hope he make it just so I remember this conversation, man. It's gonna be bigger than that deal.
I think that I'll be proud.
It is.
You guys
But
all going to
unless-
be puffing cigars.
No,
See, I told
I
you.
think there's gonna be
told
a whole lot of
Patrice
fucking-
O'Neill, I'm the head of Exxon. Hello, how are you?
It's gonna be a whole lot of quiet and a whole lot of crying when that motherfucker.
Yeah, but
is
what
president.
does that do?
Yeah.
It's
Motherfuckers going to stop shooting each other?
Maybe. Just fucking maybe. I just want to. It's just something that you just go, fuck, man. He is the boss, even though it's not going to change shit. I'm not going to be able to walk down and say, hey, white woman, take your clothes off because it's the black president.
Patrice needs so much. You needed something to hope
it's not
for.
external hope.
You need hope.
Nah,
He's right, though.
I ain't
No,
gonna let
he
you.
is right.
That's a white trick. I'm not gonna let you do it.
Patrice, I don't believe. I believe. I'll be proud of him because he's a black man who's been able to accomplish. I was proud of Condoleezza
You know what?
Rice. But let me say.
Fuck him, though. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about him.
Every black man that does something great, I can be proud of. Everyone that does.
He don't
but
care
I
if it was
go-
Nipsey fucking Russell.
Fuck him.
Geraldine was the first lady.
I don't go.
I'm with you 100% on what you're saying, except for this one block between what you're saying. What I'm saying is that I want the symbol part means something to me, man. Because it's going to mean something to the country. It's going to make white people feel a certain way no matter. Just because I'm black, I'm going to feel this certain kind of thing. And just because white people are white and they have this funky fear of, oh, shit, here it comes, white slaves, it's going to fucking make me feel good.
You're gonna like
to
that.
see
Okay.
the fucking...
All right, listen.
The fictional change.
All right.
That doesn't make me feel like I just.
It does.
It
me.
don't
I'm
Just
sorry,
wants
man.
like spite and you
It's
want a little
not
more
fucking spite,
vindictive.
no.
And,
When
and-
Kobe
it's
scores
not
50
spite.
points, I don't go, wow, a black man did it, so by virtue I did it. I go, well, that's a cool
Well,
thing.
you
let me
would have
do it.
did it in 1901 if Kobe was the only nigga playing.
I would have done this. I'm very, like, I can make it. They compartmentalize for me. I'm very proud that a black man has the possibility of ascending to a place where I had no concept that it could possibly. He was the most shocked when he won Iowa. He was the most shocked motherfucker on stage.
I was too. Everybody was.
I was about to go home and make my vice presidential bumper sticker. I'm proud of that. But I also believe, but the other part of my mind goes, but this is just a dude who frankly made everybody else believe
it's very much
that's all
like the OJ verdict. That's what it is.
Right. You're gonna have
what it is. It's not that we gave a fuck. I'll speak for me. It's not that I gave a fuck whether OJ did it or not. He beat the game that was made up by the people that made up the game, and he fucking got off when that's what was happening all these years. That's how slow it was for me.
But I feel
president,
like he did it.
He's about to be the fucking president. He's about to be the president with the fucking game that you created. And when I say you,
was I, huh?
you know,
probably in high school show.
I meant to say you people. He's playing the game that he's supposed to play.
Yeah, but
I just want to see it happen.
I like that he. I like that he beat the game.
And they hate this motherfucker.
I like that he did. But
they
if
been giving Hillary.
enough,
They was giving Hillary shit. But this crazy nigga preacher, go with it. And she's too dumb.
But Patrice hates Obama. He gets great coverage. People love Barack. They hate Hillary.
Yeah.
They love Barack.
The media was feeding.
Oh no, you can't say
stuff.
that. You can't say that.
No, not at all.
Are you serious?
Sound bites like that.
Just to help her out.
Sound bites
hey, Hillary,
like that.
the nigga can't bowl now.
They just liked both of them banging heads together.
Let me tell you something. No matter what you think,
Patrice,
no matter what you think, this is the truth. If enough white people don't vote for him, he ain't gonna be president. So if there is that if that adamant, so they got to buy into what you're saying. I don't care if it's white guilt. I don't care if it's people believe
we got to start killing white
they
folk.
Have to.
He won Iowa. He won Vermont.
Right.
These are not hotbeds
They
of
have
black
to
activity.
give him. They have to say we believe, and for whatever reason you have to do it. I think for me, I'm going to be proud of a black man, like I said, doing something but I just don't have, and I can't do it.
Anything that white people do when it comes to Obama, whether it's vote for him or vote against him, I'm questioning it.
Yeah.
Until he's president and it's all over, and I can go, there was one, and now I can listen to a white person that goes, I'm going to vote for him because I think he's the best. And then I'll just go, God, fuck you white guilt motherfucker. I have no regard for what white people say in terms of the president right now, the black president.
So bad that's the reason so many white people will vote for Obama is because Bush fucked up so bad.
That's right.
That they turned their back on the party, on anyone that looks like Bush, anyone that acts like Bush.
That's 25%, but you're 25%.
I'm talking to 25% right now. He is big enough to be 25%. And I'm talking to a quarter of motherfuckers. All that shit you talking, you think that he's thinking all that shit?
There are some staunch party liners that ain't gonna fucking vote anything close to a liberal. I wouldn't vote anything close to a liberal. I fucking like my guns.
Am I a liberal?
Love my guns. No, I don't. You're more independent than anybody.
So I can have a gun and a hooker and weed.
Right.
Then I'll vote for that motherfucker. If I can have, I just love.
If you have a gun, you don't need a hooker.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, swim walk. Swim walk, come on. I want to go back to Stalker Patty because she's going to vote for Obama. I want to know, Stalker Patty, what does Obama believe in? You're actually voting. What do you like about Obama?
Yeah, what's his platform that you...
That he wears platform.
That's what we're going to see. Like, dressed for the inauguration like fucking Huggy Bear.
His platform, he wears platform.
What is it about, because you've said many times that you have a lot of racial animosity against black people.
Yeah.
Like, what is it about? It's okay, you said that many times. What is it about Obama that you like politically?
Yeah.
Politically? Well, he seems like he's more flexible. I think he's going to be able to do the job.
That was very, very specific.
Wow. Flexible. That's good.
Yes,
I
pretty.
mean, I
Yes,
don't
he
get into
practices yoga.
politics
Yeah,
and
but
stuff like
If you
that.
ask the average American why they're voting for somebody, you would get answers just
Yes,
like
Patrice
that's
is
what I
right.
was
Yeah,
fucking
that's
saying.
exactly what Patrice said.
But also black people, same thing.
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah.
who's voting, this is the type
Yes.
of answer.
Well,
you
you know
get.
she doesn't know
no
she-
one really knows what
Right.
these people
Thank God for the
stand
fucking.
for.
That's why I say what I say. They fucking
I know.
they lie, they bullshitting to get a job.
That's why I can't be bothered. I don't give a shit.
Here's what gave her
I
away.
don't give
She
a
said,
shit.
and stuff like that. Never the sign of a fucking smart.
Thank God for the electoral college. That's why, because the motherfuckers like her, they didn't trust motherfuckers like her.
Well, Patty, I don't want to.
So you're not gonna vote for
That's
Obama?
strong enough.
No.
What's
You're
that?
not?
No.
You're gonna vote
Seems
for
to me
McCain?
Yeah.
like he could handle the
Wow.
pressure.
And McCain is not strong.
I don't
He's
want,
had
and
5
I
years
don't
at
want
POW
to.
camp,
But
and
I'd rather lean right than left.
There's a great discussion going on both
Patty is
places,
saying that she
unfortunately.
thinks that you think McCain is not as strong as Obama.
No,
No,
what
I
did you
don't
say,
think he's-
Patty? Because we were talking over you. Seriously, back up. You think he could handle the pressure?
Yeah, I think he can.
And Jimmy goes, and McCain can after what he's been
Yeah, he
through in
was
the
hung
war?
upside down by his shoulders for 5 years by men with tiny genitals.
He's also he's like 72 years old and has all these health issues and everything. He might stop in the middle of the 4 years and have the vice president take over. I don't know if he's going to
wouldn't
be
a
healthy
horrible
enough.
thing. That
But
you know.
anytime if your birthday got
There's a lot of-
19 anything, that you shouldn't be president.
19-0.
So you're
19-0
not,
shit, I'm
you're
almost
not
dead.
going to vote for. You would never vote for Obama.
No, and you know something? And I'd be honest, like Patrice doesn't think I'd be. I don't like his politics. I don't like that he's too fucking liberal for me.
And I don't like McCain. But
yeah, I don't like McCain either. He's a little too
But I would
far
never vote for
right
somebody I
leaning.
didn't like.
So who's left?
That's what I'm saying. You
Fucking
take
left.
it. You
I'd
take
love
it.
to see
But I see the
left.
point he's getting ready to make.
You taking the
you're
party
gonna
line.
vote just because you have to vote for that
for the
dude.
party. I would never if I don't like politicians, but I like enough of what Obama says that I could vote for him. I would never vote for somebody I didn't like.
He's making sure that
I wouldn't do it.
Obama is the more of two evils for Anthony. He's
Right.
making sure by his vote
but he's saying
going
he doesn't
against
like
Obama.
I'm picking the lesser of the two
He
evils.
just makes sure that he's gonna help Obama not be president, as opposed to helping McCain be the president.
Yeah,
he's
but
just
I would-
trying to make sure
But
Obama's
he's
there.
saying the same thing you're saying, though.
Right.
Basically, you
Exactly.
saying you voting the black
I'm
party.
just voting for the
not
white guy.
mad at
I'm just voting for the white guy.
Hold on.
I'm
ain't
saying
mad at
if I didn't believe enough in him,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
More importantly, I got to ask, how nervous are you getting, Anthony? Because DL is getting closer and closer to you.
Oh, and I'm moving over this way.
DL Hughley.
Oh, you vote for Obama, motherfucker.
That's right. Just like your neighborhood in January, February.
It's a visual, but DL Hughley started his appearance way the fuck over here.
Creeping over.
And you know, and we
Anthony's
Oh,
almost
that's
behind
funny.
the equipment
and we
at this
believe
point.
almost the same thing. Like
Yeah.
you believe. I mean, literally, you believe. I believe a man should have a right to carry guns. I believe that the woman should have the right to have an abortion. I don't believe that the government is. I believe government's too big. I don't believe that they should be the end all. I think that they should be less out of. They should be out of business's business and less in our business. I think that I just.
We're
so
more
we-
libertarian. We're more libertarian than either
Right,
Democrat
but
or
I
Republican.
would never vote for a dude like Patrice was saying. I couldn't if I didn't like Obama enough. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a politician. I think they're all full of shit. I don't put him up on a shelf
Yeah.
and go, "Ooh, I'm gonna worship," and a glow comes by. I don't do all that shit. I go, "He's a tool. He's a functional dude who's supposed to do a job." If I vote for him because I think he's capable of doing the job.
Yeah.
You are saying you're voting the party line.
No, I'm voting for McCain because more of his ideas that he has are more.
Okay, that's
he has
fair.
more than Obama has. I have more in common with what he believes in than Obama
We
believes
have
in.
more in common with Obama than
No,
him.
no.
Because I have
McCain.
literally nothing in common with
I mean,
Obama.
ideology as far as his politics goes, which is probably a bunch of bullshit anyway. They just say the shit to get into office.
Well, I have
but
a black wife and 3 black kids. So, well, he has 2. But I have 3.
yeah,
I
so
was
that's
not- I've
about
never
what
been
in
to
common you have.
Kansas.
I've never been tortured, so I guess I don't have much.
Not
in
even
common.
today, huh?
Sure, you have. You were married for 9 years.
Okay, that's true.
Hey, some good instant feedback coming in. Blue Healer from Kentucky writes, I thought today was Friday the 13th, not Black Friday.
I told you.
And then Rich B from Iowa, he goes, Opie, you saved a man's life yesterday. You had time to run down to Iowa and save 40 Boy Scouts' lives by performing first aid. Then still had time to come back and solve race relations and set the Obama presidency. Does Anthony and Jimmy do anything? Well, I'm booked for Hannity and Combs after my my viewpoints from today. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got that going for me.
All right.
Well,
have fun on that. Talk to Combs.
Good old Combs.
Does he talk? Does he get to say 2 fucking words on that show?
Really.
Yeah, but they pick, and I like Combs, but that's the weirdest. Is he a burn victim or something?
What the fuck's going on?
What happened to him? I'm like, it looks like a Muppet or something. Like somebody got their hand. Like, he like, if you're like, and I like him.
He looks like a burned Billie Jean King.
What happened to you?
Oh, the poor guy.
Shit. And he's a nice guy, but you go, are you animated?
Not
like
really
like that Gary Bauer, that conservative dude. That motherfucker looked like he just broke off Lord of the Rings, don't he? I'm like, God. And he can't even tall enough to ride another Six Flags, so he can't be my leader.
That is Hannity's show all the way.
Yeah.
It's just
he just needs a whipping boy.
Yep.
In other news, we got a space shuttle in trouble.
What happened?
Something bumped it in space, and they're trying to figure out.
Bumped it a piece of the brake rudder.
Fell off?
They speculate it's a piece of one of the brake rudders. I kind of predicted that would happen.
I thought a space shuttle need brakes.
Well, when they're coming in, they have to probably slow down, and typically NASA will get their brake rudders cheap because they try to save money.
So they got a minus.
That one? All right.
That's what NASA will always do. That.
You know what's funny?
That
The space shuttles are from the 1980s.
Yeah,
they're from the 1980s, so they just refurbished them and put them back out. You wouldn't drive a fucking car from the 1980s to New Jersey.
I won't even fly Air Tran because they're old value jet planes.
Yeah. So why do you think? And
these guys are going up into space in those ancient machines.
Fuck them.
It's fucking. The brakes fell off.
I thought it was funny that the toilet broke. How great is that? Fucking you're trying to colonize the universe, and there's logs floating all over the fucking control room.
It's not like the movies, is it?
Looks like you died and went to Snicker bar heaven.
Oh shit!
That space shuttle's old.
Shit joke.
You've invented a lot of stuff since that space
I gotta
shuttle.
go. I got a plane to catch.
What,
Yeah,
Jimmy?
you guys
What
continue.
happened?
I gotta catch a flight.
What?
On Friday the
What's the
13th.
flight?
Who? What?
2 o'clock. I think.
You're being
When
waved.
flying?
Bonnaroo. Hey,
You know what's
Kenny.
funny about the space shuttle?
Kenny.
It's like they're like astronauts used to go to space and do cool shit. They used to say one giant step for man, one small step for mankind, all that type of shit. Now they just go, ooh, I hope I don't blow up. I'm not ready to have an elementary school named after me. Hey man, good stuff, Norton.
Jimmy Norton, have fun.
Hold on. Why is Kenny? What are you doing, Kenny? Taking Jimmy away from us this early?
he didn't.
Jimmy has business to attend to.
Wow,
That Jersey thing. What thing?
Yeah.
Kenny?
Yeah, he's got a piece of work to do.
Yes, and Kenny's going to explain why he's dressed like one of the fucking teenagers from the Wanderers. Fucking awful T-shirt underneath the sky blue.
These are my flying clothes.
It's his casual wear.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go now. Even it out.
You guys got time.
Patrice, you're here by
Even it
yourself.
No, we're wrapping up anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a
Get the
Friday.
fuck
We want
out.
to get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry.
I think we made a lot of headway here today.
Sure.
I agree with Patrice more than a lot of people think. I do. We have the same. We have the same fucking ideas.
What do you agree on? That it's sunny today?
Yeah.
There's just one small thing, the color thing.
Right. We're on
Fucks everything
exact
up.
opposite ends of the
past that.
spectrum.
We agree how fucked up people are, but
Right.
it happens to be that you're a white guy and I'm a black guy, and that's what it all comes down to.
That's what it boils down to. But
we
society
agree.
puts that on us, Patrice. I don't see you like that. When you come in here, I see Patrice ONeal come in here, a friend that I know I could have
agree
in-depth
with that.
discussions with and shit.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not like, oh boy, here comes one of those people.
But you can have, because you can have the kind of conversation that a white guy would just want to have without me. I'm just one of those motherfuckers that, like we went through it. I just believe in what I believe in, and I'm not super black on some things, and then I'm so like the Obama situation. I don't even know what people's stance are, but I think he should tell his wife to shut the fuck up. Like, the way I feel, it's like,
she's a loose
it's
cannon.
like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're embarrassed. Don't talk when motherfuckers is interviewing me.
She runs the house.
Go in the back and cook.
You can tell.
Do some shit.
But you can tell she
For real.
She runs the house when he's not doing his political
Man,
thing.
fuck that. You can't be the president and it looks like your wife is running
He
shit.
does look like one of those little skinny guys, though, that the wife really fucking puts in his place when they're not out.
Even though, again, like I said, I have a degree in white people.
Yeah, you do.
White people love honey child black bitches. They love a black woman that's like, well, let me tell you, I run the country, y'all. They be like, yeah.
We like in the movie when it's played by Queen Latifah.
They want their black men. This might be a fucking smart ploy by him because they want their black men very soft and their black women very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he's very soft?
It's when she's around.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
He
The only reason I'm
does.
talking shit because my wife ain't here.
He changes.
I know it. Patrice is going to say.
He changes when she's
when
around.
she's around.
When she's around.
yeah.
He
kind of.
shit. I don't.
He gets a little
Body
nervous.
language
Man, let me tell you
changes.
something.
He gets nervous when she's around.
Who doesn't achieve the level that you achieve
Yeah.
is a beggar on welfare.
I'm not saying they are. But
And I
I'm
want
doing
you-
my share. I
and
don't want to
can
do
you
more.
Fucking please add.
I don't want to do more.
Can you please add poor white folks to it too? Because you give the insinuation that this is some old black shit. There's white people are in the same boat, and that's what I don't like. Is that this shit is really not a black and white thing. It's
Black people make it black and white thing.
Well,
They
because
do. It's terrible.
Bring him in.
I don't know why.
Anthony, you are outnumbered today. DL Hughley.
Please. I know DL feels the same way I do. He don't want his tax money going up. Jesus Christ.
We also
he'll agree with me. First of all, because he's black. Second of all,
Man, y'all about your own audience.
Yeah.
Either this or it's a methadone clinic. What is this, man?
Yeah, Fridays we kind of do the live
Right,
audience
what's
thing,
happening, man?
Friday's the day to come by and check out the
what's
show
up?
live.
Oh, man.
What's up, DL?
What did I miss?
We're arguing about
Just in a heated dispute about Obama and fucking taxes and social programs and my tax money going up for shit programs that
but
don't work.
you can't control what the government's going to do with your fucking tax money. So just
I know.
it'll go where it goes.
I don't want it going up.
Well, how does DL feel? I mean, DL
Take
makes a lot
okay.
of money.
Here it is. Here it is. Reallocate where my fucking money that I'm paying already goes, and
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. But that isn't
But
what's
he's
going to
not
happen.
guaranteeing that shit.
Wait.
My tax shit's going to go up.
What makes you say that? Because there's
got to be all kinds of social programs now that Obama's going to want to put in
let
place.
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Just an honest
Okay.
question. Where our economy's failing, right?
Yeah, it's in the
tax
shitter.
revenues, are down, and nobody's making any money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, what we're doing hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with trying a new approach?
Because first
Even
of all,
though I'm-
too much
Give
money.
a nigga a chance.
Too
What the
much
fuck
money.
you gonna do?
There's too much money being spent on a fucking war.
Right.
That's the
That he's
problem.
trying to- he's gonna
That's
get
a
out
huge
of.
No, he's not
problem.
going to get out of it. He's not.
Well, he's
gonna.
he's gonna try to.
Here's the
Good
thing.
luck.
I really don't believe. I believe preachers, pimps, and politicians are really all the same motherfucker. They really are. Like anybody who makes their living off your hopes, your dreams, and your fears, really all the same guy. And this is a job application. This is the biggest job application. I don't know one motherfucker that tells the truth on a job application. When is the last time? You don't even tell the truth on your driver's license. What woman out there really weigh 112? But I think that America has a tendency to pick symbols. They go, this is, like, to me, I worry that he's a symbol. Like, people go, look how far we've come.
No right checks, no credit cards, right.
And then you replace him with a black dude who's black, blind, admitted he had several affairs and did cocaine, so he's basically Ray Charles. Like, because when you blind, you can get away with anything. You mean that wasn't my wife?
That is true. You know, I think he gets away with a little more.
So I think politicians in
blind.
general, it's to me, America has a problem. Like, Congress's approval rating is down, but you ask everybody, do they love their congressman? And they do. And their senator.
DL, let me. It sounds like you're saying, and it sounds like you're saying Obama, and I agree with this on a level. You might not be saying this, but I'm not really into.
What
it's
does
almost
it sound like I'm saying?
It sounds like you're saying he ain't shit anyway because he's a politician,
right?
But I agree with it on that level. But the next level that I just want there to be a black president.
Well,
because
watch
you gotta,
watch
get it out the way.
Watch what you want.
It's gotta get out the way. Okay, listen.
But I agree with that,
quarterback.
Patrice. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the transcendent. What I don't like is any politician telling me how great things are going to be if he is in charge.
But you know it's not.
But I will vote for him.
Jackie Robinson wasn't even the best black baseball player when he came. It's just like what happens is once he's the president, then black people, because black people really we're just one constituency. At least white people can be two things. You can be three things. White, you can be Democrat or Republican. Black people on this thing, we got to be black.
You can be black, a Democrat, or an Uncle Tom.
No.
It's pretty much if you're a Republican.
But basically, we got to be black on this issue so that then we can be cut in half. Because like, there's enough black mayors for a black person to not have to vote for a mayor because he's black.
Right.
You got to vote for the black president because he's black.
Because you're black.
Just to get this as something that, just like black quarterbacks, there's enough black quarterbacks where a white person can go, this motherfucker sucks. without being a racist. So you can't go Obama sucks, but you can go to mayor of Detroit sucks.
Well, no, here's what you could do. I think that, just for me, I have a pragmatic kind of view. I don't believe that politicians by nature are good people. I think that they...
No, these are exactly. I agree with that.
To me is one of them. And he to me is one of them. I hate when everybody I hate that everybody's acting like he's not Jesus. He is a politician.
Yes.
And so I keep politicians, at bay. I vote for the person that's going to fuck over
come on now. You are alive. You are alive with possibly fuck all the legit. Like, instead of living like you got 100,000,
and no one
live like 100 instead of living like 1,000.
No one got this fucking $100,000 a year job by fucking going on welfare or fucking social programs.
Nobody's even on welfare anymore. No one's on welfare no more. Welfare doesn't even exist.
WIC cards, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
It's fucking food, you goddamn gruesome motherfucker. You just help some guy no one gives a fuck about not kill himself. Can a nigga get a sandwich?
Good. Work for the motherfucking sandwich. Work for the sandwich. Work for it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Work.
Dude, look,
get a fucking job for the sandwich.
If some people, look, like the gas situation, okay, Anthony, for real, doesn't affect you. From $80 a gallon to $160. I mean, from $80 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
To $120 to fill up your truck.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything to you. Doesn't mean anything to Norton, maybe. Doesn't mean anything to me, maybe. Maybe it's like, I can afford that. But there's motherfuckers out there, dude, that are extra $50 a day for extra $50 to fill up your tank. It's not that they're begging or anything else, man.
You think I'm against low gas prices? Where the fuck did this come from?
Not low gas prices, but the fact that the gas prices aren't going to lower because it's a private sector. I mean, the oil doesn't owe us anything. That's the thing about the oil thing. It's like if you're on crack and the motherfucker goes, you know what? Instead of $10, it's going to be $20. Deal with it, motherfucker. Now, that's what the oil companies are doing. Why do we need breaks? Now it's the private sector. They're fucking everybody. But as people, as humans, it's like somebody, just because they need help doesn't mean they're begging for help. It means you need some fucking help from your country. This country will ask you to go to war and ask you to do a lot of things for it. If you say anything wrong about it, you're not a fucking American. All this shit pressure this country places on you, and it can't help a motherfucker get a sandwich.
I got a quarterly tax bill on my counter right now that is due on the 15th. You fucking look at that thing and tell me I'm not doing enough? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty, motherfucker.
I don't know what you make.
I'm doing plenty.
I don't know if I should be caring about the fact that you want to buy another Shelby.
I should be allowed to. I've made something of myself. Now, fuck me. Fuck me in my ass. I made something of myself. I achieved what's called the American dream. Fuck me in my ass now.
Not everybody.
I hope the presidential election goes like this. It's all fucked up.
It won't.
To be fair, also,
McCain wins.
I told you, deep impact, baby. Just keep watching it.
Really?
Just keep watching it. He saves the earth. Didn't you feel comfortable when that motherfucking video was coming? He was
Well, if Obama gets elected, I want to be one of those guys that gets hit by that big wave.
Why?
In Deep Impact. Because I'm going to be the guy that gets trotted on to save the fucking United States from all the evilness that Whitey has done to it for years. I'm going to be the fucking guy. It's going to be on my fucking back
you don't
now.
want to save one lousy guy that
all
has
my tax
his lungs
money.
shutting down
Talking
yesterday.
about cash.
How are you going to save America?
Talking about cash. All my money's going to go to fucking social programs and bullshit that ain't going to do crap but turn it into another New York City like when Rockefeller was running this shithole.
This has nothing to do with...
With color? Of course it does. Because his top priority is going to be taking care of poor black people.
Well, let me ask you a question. Does the president have that much power to just take care of whoever the fuck he wants to take care of?
Because guilty white people are going to be more apt to take care of it.
He's not going to do shit for black people. He's not even...
What?
He won't dare.
Wait till his wife
What do you think he's gonna appoint black people in office as white people are sitting there with their fucking watching closely Obama eyes?
Of course he is.
Oh, there you go, a black policeman. Like, shut the fuck up.
He's gonna appoint black people in his cabinets and everything.
Really?
And then,
why can't he?
And then he's gonna say, all right, we need this fucking social program. It's going to take care of low-income housing, which you could say is low-income housing. Well, it's for everybody. Because the second you say you mean buildings that poor black people live in, that's racist.
But don't forget, Bush had
Wait a minute, wait the fuck a minute.
Okay.
What's the problem, though?
Because I don't want to fucking pay for it. I lived in my fucking car. I lived in my car.
So you want to
pull yourself up by your
for
bootstrap
everything that
and take care of your own
you
fucking
feel
ass.
like you're paying for now.
Yep.
You feel is something you want to pay for.
No, of course not. But it's going to be more. You look at my fucking
Why you have
quarterly
problem with
tax.
the
I don't
nigga
want it higher.
programs? It's just the nigga programs, the poor Negro programs you're talking about. What about other programs?
Thank you.
And he's not going to just do that. He's not going to just help black people. He's not going to do that.
No, you're right. He's not just going to do that.
He's going to help everybody.
He's going to take my tax breaks that were given to me and take those away.
By who?
So it's even
Reagan,
more,
50 years ago?
Reagan and Bush.
Daddy Bush, not this Bush.
No, this Bush gave tax breaks to fucking
to rich folks.
Not rich folks. People that live in New York City that make $100,000 a year. You tell me. You ask them if they're fucking rich.
They're rich
or if
folks.
they're
$100,000 a year.
$100,000 in New York City is not rich.
Fucking live.
Come, we elected.
He is a symbol though.
We ain't gonna change shit else. It's like Kmart. We changed the shine, but not the shit in it. That's what we.
That's why I just want a black president. That's why all that other horse shit that trying to find the fucking like in Pennsylvania. See, this thing, white people always got to find a reason to not be racist. Like, you got to find a reason to just go, I ain't voting for this nigga. It's got to be some reason why
Pennsylvania
he can't bowl. But for them, it was like the nigga couldn't bowl. I don't trust a nigga that can't bowl.
In Pennsylvania and West Virginia, it's funny because in West Virginia, let me tell you, first off, a black dude with a cardboard sign asking for change in West Virginia. They're like, is he panhandling? I don't even know what he's doing. But in West Virginia and Ohio and West Virginia, Ohio, the Dakotas, even in Puerto Rico, you got to consider she was winning primaries by large numbers, even when they knew she couldn't win. 19% of Americans say I wouldn't vote for him no matter what. That's the 19% of Americans that come out and say it.
So how many people? How many? Here's the question. How many out of the 300 million white people you figure how many can?
It's not 300 million. White people.
There's 300 million white people in this country.
No.
Yeah.
300 million people.
No, 300 million goddamn white people.
Get the fuck out of here.
Go look at the fucking thing. I'm not going to just...
That's the whole population of the country.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. You're saying a number, and I'm saying a number, and I'm wrong. Fuck that.
Maybe 200
now,
something. I don't think
let's
it's 200.
just say how many how many of those people do Obama need? How many white people do Obama need to fucking win the presidency? Fuck the racist ones that ain't going to vote for him or anyway, but the white people that have white guilt, and the actual decent white people who go, all right, fuck that.
You're going to get, I don't know,
This is a great conversation. I missed it.
He's going to get the Democratic vote.
No, not necessarily. What you think, it's no racist Democrats?
What? Oh, there are racist Democrats.
That will say, fuck that?
Well,
when they
he's
go in
having
the
a hard
curtain.
time connecting with the blue collar rural Democrats who grow.
Yeah.
For some reason, whenever people grow shit, they don't like black people. Like, and farmers and black people, farmers used to love us at one point. I don't know how we drifted apart.
This is great.
Because we giving away all my tomatoes to WIC programs. We fucking asshole. Goddamn niggas getting my corn for free. It's awful.
But I think people are getting, like, to me, like politicians, I don't even know why you want to be, like, you guys lost the governor just because he hired a hooker. And I didn't even know that was and he wrote a check for a hooker, which I think is, like, that's pretty much a cash and carry business right there.
Yeah.